Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today, bringing you guys and gals Toriko, chapter 362 and 63 review. Now, I only got 15 minutes because of a copyright strike, which hopefully will go away in a few weeks' time. But as of right now, I am only allowed to do videos that are under 15 minutes. So normally the video would be like, for 2 chapter reviews of Toriko, that'll go easily into the 20 minutes. But no, we gotta keep it short. And because of that reason, I'm going to exclude the translation comparison for Manga Stream, Batoto, and VIZ, the official translation, though this chapter review will be based on the official translation, the VIZ translation. Here's the thing, man. These chapters of Toriko, chapter 362, for the most part, is characterization. And when it comes to the story progression, we're done with the whole consumption of another Earth, Adam, and news, and now we're moving on to Get God. When you have Toriko talk about his full course, he has now taken the demon shell, he's put it in his full course, and when Komatsu opened the lid a little bit, the steam, the air went to Toriko's nostrils. He smelled it, and then when he smelled it, his scars burned, and we see. Yeah, we see the freak, we see the winged demon. Those wings cannot lift that body. This dude rocking the bike shorts for some goddamn reason, I don't know why, muscles for days, for weeks on end. This dude did not skip leg day, he did not skip arm day, he did not skip back day, he skipped no days, okay? Dude's a freak, he's a specimen, alright? And here you have red and you have blue. Red's like, aren't you cutting in line? He's like, well, yeah, but he was the first one here. But Blue's like, listen, you better go back to sleep, because if you appear, if you wait for a moment, just for a moment, Toriko will die. He can't handle it. The power is too great. It's too much. And that's like, bro, like, whoa, Toriko. Oh my goodness. Like, how powerful is this dude? This dude is, he's gotta be at least Don Slime level. Probably greater. He's probably Neo Demon level. Now, the question here is, who is this guy, honestly? And when you think about the concept of the red universe and the blue universe, or the red space and the blue space, there could be a third space. There could be multiple spaces that exist. And this demon came from that other space. Why would the demon shell awaken this particular gourmet demon? We're not too sure. We're not too sure, but it's very intriguing, all right? Because the moment he smelled it, and my assumption here is that the demon shell, since it's referred to the demon shell, and Toriko has 3 gourmet demons, like the demons kind of like resonate with each other, which is why Toriko immediately said, you know what, whatever is in this particular can, in my full course immediately. In fact, Toriko, he seemed to enjoy the fish of the demon Ogai more so than the actual full course of Acacia. Like, did you notice that? Like, Toriko, he was loving Acacia's full course. When he ate the fish of the demon Ogai, like, he's like hyped. I'm like, okay, Toriko, all right, buddy. So, because the demon shell is, I guess, a variant of gourmet demon, since inside the shell, even though it looks very small, it's like a pocket dimension. That's not normal at all. The ability to store that much food, even like ancient fish in that little shell, I would say is a gourmet demon-esque type of feature. So when you see the ancient picture of the demon shell, the demon shell has like a gourmet demon come out of it. That gourmet demon is probably the demon itself inside the shell. That's my assumption. So you have characterization from that standpoint. You have, again, the full courses of Zebra, Toriko, Coco, and Sunny. Then you have beforehand Otake, who he does get characterization. He does. And it's pretty decent. And listen, it's Toriko. So when it comes to characterization, we rarely get it. So when we do, we'll take it. Okay? We should take it. Because the guy, he can do it. He can do it, but he rarely does it, and it kind of sucks. But for a character like Otake, it's kind of like, do we really give a fuck? Like, Otake, let's be real here. I don't see him having a bigger role in this whole thing. I mean, aside from appeasing Midora, like, what else could he possibly do? I mean, Komatsu's been done that. Seriously. So it's kind of like Otake, in a sense, is like catching up to Komatsu, because Komatsu and him, they were rivals. He could never make Midora happy, say that the food was good, but Komatsu has. But then again, Komatsu is very, very special. And Otake, even though he was at one point among the 100 top chefs in the human world, I mean, Komatsu's on a whole different tier. He's on a whole different plateau. So, again, I have to wonder, aside from having that determination to stay in the undersea mountain or the sea mountain, be the only member of the Bishokia chefs, and stay there and wait for Midora, like, what else is there, really? When it comes to story progression, in this chapter, there is quite a bit, but at the same time, it is somewhat nerfed. Now, what I mean here is this. For example, when it comes to the old guy, the demon shell, being put in Toriko's full course, that, we see what it is in this chapter, and what it contains. But the actual act of putting that particular item on its full course was already announced in the previous chapter, chapter 361. Furthermore, when it comes to Starjin and how he has found something related to his full course, that something probably pertains to Toriko. Because the only thing that happened that was major to Starjin when it comes to this whole incident with them consuming another News, Earth, and Atom has been him unlocking the memories of his past and him finding out that Toriko is his brother. So, his twin brother, to be precise. So, the fact of the matter here is, when it comes to Starjin, and when he talks about what he has found pertaining to his full course, it most definitely involves Toriko, which again was highlighted already. But when it comes to the actual story progression, you do have Otake. Tengu Brunch is now going to return to that group probably with Otake. You do have him, the freak, the super demon. He has finally, I mean, you can't say he's on the move, but the fact of the matter is that he did at least awake, and you get a sense of his scope of power, and it's like, bro, like, yo, this dude, and now they're leaving the final ray of afternoon light to go and get God, which is a major, major thing. So story-wise, it did make ground, clearly. And for the overall chapter rating, I'm going to say that this chapter was a good to good plus chapter of Toriko. Now, when it comes to the next chapter, chapter 363. Now, in the previous chapter, it ends off, and on the official VIZ translation, it's cool as shit, because chapter 362 ends off with Don Slime stanced off, and he's like, order up. Like, you see Neo just like bubbling, order up, and I'm like, bruh, like, this dude's crazy. Then in the next chapter, Don Slime versus Neo has, I mean, this fight was, it seemed one-sided shit, honestly. Like, it looked like Don Slime was fucking crushing him. Don Slime was just doing wave of attack. Wave of attack. You have the Black Lightning, then you have the Black Whirlwind, then you have the Black Vegetable Great, and then the Whirlwind on top of the Great. Then he does the Mouth Attack, and Don Slime was just vicious. But Neo Demon showcases durability, Pain Soak, Endurance. He's taking all the attacks. And then this dude decides to go all out. Don Slime fucking delivers. And I'm like, bro. Like, this shit was intense. Because it wasn't, because it was the meteorites, yes. But it was the fact that his muscles, his fucking, his muscles, they looked like moons and asteroids. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Could not believe what I was seeing. Unfucking believable. And then he rains the shit down. He rains the shit down upon Neo Demon. And it's the Calamitous Torrent. That's the official translation for that attack. The Calamitous Torrent. And he's just raining down a bombardment of meteorites and it's huge explosion. It can be seen from space like every other attack in Toriko. And Neo Demon still munching. Now, in the official translation, when he munches, he's not saying feed me, he's saying yum. Like yum, 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 yum. I'm like, dude, yum, like a word that's very innocent, yum, is creepy and just savage when Neo says it. Yum, yum, yum. He's able to nerf the attacks, the energy of any attack that Dawn Slime delivered by simply consuming it. In fact, you know what? I have the page right here. This is the official VIZ translation. He says this: from the very beginning, I never concerned myself with this planet. In other words, my attacks always have the force to obliterate most living things while maintaining the planet's original form. At least they were supposed to. This guy hasn't been avoiding my attacks, nor has he been taking the brunt of them. Next page. He's been eating them all this time, taking in the energy of the attacks, my very cells. And that's when he consumes like half his head. And I'm like, bro, like, shocking. That page was shocking. So, from a pacing standpoint, because again, I have a time limit here, shit. From a pacing standpoint, the chapter overall, it did its job. Clearly, the main focus here was the fight. They did not deviate from the fight. It was Neo Demon, Dawn Slime, true and true. But it didn't end in that chapter. It's still continuing on. So, like, the suspense of Dawn Slime's would-be death kind of is lost in the chapter. But at the same time, we have this orb of whatever to look forward to. Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. Like, my guess here is that if he's gonna try and kill Neo Demon, we're gonna probably see some, possibly some, like, supernova level shit. Maybe, who knows? But even still, my guess here is that whatever attack Dawn Slime delivers upon Neo Demon will still nerf because he can consume the energy in the very cells of any attack. Because whatever he consumes is erased from existence, even though he can eat himself and he regenerates. It's a kind of weird concept. I don't understand that exactly. Like, is he himself impervious to his own consumption? I guess. Which would imply that maybe you can somehow be impervious to this consumption? Maybe? Who knows? But, that being said, when it comes to characterization, Dawn Slime, Neo Demon, seeing them fight in earnest, seeing the attacks, seeing how Dawn Slime, even though he's still far from his prime days, where he could destroy a planet in one punch, he's still delivering very good attacks. Neo Demon, durability, pain soak, and he keeps on coming at you in your face. He's yum, 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 yum. I'm like, bro, whoa, like, it's savage, absolutely savage. I love that. It's creepy, but that's the way he's supposed to be. All right. So when it comes to this chapter, Toriko, chapter 363, I'm going to give it a rating of just a tier higher. So it's going to be a good plus 2 grade. And the reason why is because when it comes to the story progression, it is lacking in comparison of the previous chapter. However, when it comes to the characterization, clearly Dawn Slime and Neo Demon were characterized fairly well from a combat standpoint. This is a battle shonen. And one of the key things here is how a character operates when it comes to how they fight. That's very key here. And seeing Dawn Slime utilize his cells in various ways, seeing Neo Demon take the pain, nerf the attacks of Dawn Slime, consume the energy and cells themselves, very important. But when it comes to the previous chapter, the Otake stuff, even though I'll take it, it's unnecessary. So that being said, those are the ratings of these chapters, and I am done. So King of Lightning, rate the video, comment, and subscribe as always. Peace! Have a nice goddamn day.